Sound is okay? Hello, online participants. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
So I am sharing my screen. Is it visible? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, no? Right, are you aware that we are going to say goodbye to each other today? So today is our final session. Are you aware?
No,
You
sir,
know
we didn't
that you
hear
have
that
to
one.
take the midterm test today. Is that okay? Are you ready? Comfortable? No response?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, today we are going to discuss one of very important secondary function of HRM. So sometimes we will not be able to discuss everything, but I am going to discuss the essence. So thereafter we are going to take the test. With that we are going to conclude our series of sessions. Okay, that is what we have planned. Right, if you have any questions, you can raise at any time. Okay, right, let's start. Right, training and development. Training and development is not primary function, so this is a secondary function of human resource management. Although this is a secondary function, I guess that almost all the organizations are doing training and development. Right, so that I am sure that you all have undergone at least one training and development program. This is very important function because training and development help to achieve the success and the progress of the success of the organization and sustaining. There are several learning outcomes of this session. First of all, you should understand the meaning of training and development. We are going to treat these two terms at the same, training and development. However, these two terms are different from each other. There are slight differences. So that we are going to differentiate even. We are going to treat these two terms at the same time we are going to differentiate. You should understand the difference between training and development. Then training and development, we said that training and development is very important function of HR. But we have facts. Like what we are going to say, how can you do that? Training and development is important. Like what is the necessity for training and development? We are going to discuss the necessity and the significance of training and development. There are many benefits that the organization can reap. At the same time, there are many benefits that the individual employee also can benefit through the training and development given by the employer. There are several associate terms. There are some associate terms in training and development. One is learning and learning curves, learning principles. So these are some associate terms. So you have to have an understanding about these associate terms. What is by learning? We are learning from who to do. So we have to learn until we die. Tell me the date that you are going to stop your learning. I will let you know. Definitely, without fail, I will let you know the day that your progress stops. Your progress stops on the day that you are going to stop learning. So do not stop learning. Right. So we have to learn. We have to be a continuous learner. Right. Anyway, what is by learning? What do you mean by learning? What is learning? And different people learn at different speed. The speed that I learn will not be the speed you learn. The speed you learn will not be the speed of kids. So different people learn at different speeds. So the speed of learning shown by their learning curves. In short, different people have different learning curves. Basically, there are three types of learning curves. And what is the learning curve applicable to you? You have to understand your learning curve. Especially, you have to understand the learning curves of your trainees. If you are going to design and give a training to a particular group of employees, you have to understand their learning curves. So if you can understand their speed of learning or learning curves, you can design good training program and implement it. Understand? So we are going to discuss about learning curves. There are three types of learning curves. And learning principles. There are several learning principles. Principles are guidelines. If you are going to do a training or learning development, so there are some principles to be followed. The more the better. If you want to make it effective, so better to use or better to follow these learning principles. Even if you are going to deliver a lecture, so you can deliver a very effective lecture if you can incorporate those learning principles. We are going to discuss around 10 learning principles. So you will not be able to apply all these 10 learning principles when designing and implementing a training program. But the more, the better. Understand? Right. Then we are going to discuss the essence of the discussion. Training, methods. There are many methods of training. Broadly speaking, there are two categories of training: on-the-job training, off-the-job training. Off-the-job training is again can be divided into off-the-job on-site training and off-site. So there are three types of training. And finally, we are going to talk about training cycle. Training cycle, not push cycle, but training cycle. Training is a cycle. There are several steps to be followed. It is a process. There are several steps to be followed. Right. So broadly speaking, there are 7 steps of the training cycle that we are going to discuss. These 7 steps can be categorized under 4 stages. 4 stages, 7-step model. Right. Understand systematic training process. So you may not have hands-on experience on designing and implementing a training program, but if you can follow the process that we are going to discuss, I'm sure that you can design good training programs and implement it. Okay, have no worry. Right. So with that, we are going to conclude today's session. Finally, you should be able to design a training program for any category of employees for your organization, for any other organization. Right. Upon the completion of this session, so you should be able to design and implement any training program for any category of employees. Understand? You should learn that skill. Right. With that, shall we start our discussion? Okay. Everybody, do you hear what I said? Black Pages members? Margaret Kandayam? Are you here? Is it clear? Right. The first thing you have to learn is the meaning of training and development. Training and development, 2 terms, right? But keep these 2 terms for the time being as the same. So what do you mean by training and development? What is training and development? Okay. You must have heard this term zillion times. Not million, but zillion times. So it is so popular. This is the buzzword. It is spoken everywhere. Right? Training. You have to be training is not effective, training is not sufficient. It is a problem of lack of training. Right? There are many. What is by training? What is by training? Training and development. What happens in training and development? I'm sure that you have undergone some form of training. Even induction also part of training. Induction also a particular form of training. What is training and development? What happens? Huh? Improving knowledge, yes. It is all about improving knowledge. Yes, training refers to improving knowledge. Knowledge of, so whom knowledge? Whose knowledge? Knowledge of employee. Yes, it is about increasing, enhancing the knowledge. But not only the knowledge. Yes, so increasing skills, right? Knowledge, skills. Not only knowledge and skills, but also developing attitudes too. Right? It is all about increasing knowledge, skills, and attitude. In short, it is all about increasing competencies. Understand? It is about increasing competencies, improving competencies, developing competencies. What is the purpose? What is the purpose? For what purpose? It is all about increasing competencies by giving knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Knowledge, skills, and what is the purpose? Yes. For what purpose? Because organizations are financially sound. So because there are some positions for training and development. These are the reason. Because other organizations are doing training. Because it is a fashion nowadays. No. Do not do training for the sake of doing. Do not do training because other organizations are doing. Do not do training because we have been training our people. We have been training our people. Do not do training because funds have been allocated. Do not do training in short for the sake of it. There should be any reason. You control. So reason. Right? So without any genuine reason, no training program should be designed in this way. All time, money, effort, everything going in here. Understand? Right. So the purpose of training and development is to increase, enhance, improve business performance. Otherwise, top management will not allocate resources for training and development. You understand? Top management never allocate resources for training and development unless that training will help to increase, enhance, improve business performance. Right? So that the very purpose of training and development is to increase, enhance, improve business performance. How? Improving individual performance, employee performance. How? By giving knowledge, skills, and ability, increasing competence. Understand? So it is a process. Training and development is a process of increasing, enhancing, improving current and future performance of employees. Current performance of that hand and future job performance. Understand? How? By increasing competencies of employees through the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitude. Through training and development, so competencies are increased. Right? But in a company, the competence and knowledge, skills, and attitude. Right? So we can increase the competencies by giving the required knowledge, skills, and attitude. So what? If competencies are increased, so the employee's performance gets increased. If the employee performance are increased, business performance gets increased. Because business performance is a function of the individual performance. Individual performance. Understand? So we can change, we can increase, improve, enhance business performance by increasing individual performance. In order to increase individual performance, we have to use the required competencies. Understand? The individual performance is a function of. So I can introduce very useful formula for you to increase performance, individual performance, individual job performance. Performance is a function of many variables. There are many factors, many variable determinants, including yours and mine. I am referring to employee performance. Among these factors, there are two important factors, two important determinants that determine the level of performance of anybody, including you and me, including your academic performance. What are these factors? There are two factors that determine the level of performance of anybody. What is your level of performance? When it comes to your professional life, what is the level of performance of your job? How well you are doing your job? To what extent? When it comes to academic life, so what is your academic performance? Right? All these performance depends on several factors. Among them, there are two important factors. What are these? Can you guess? On what factors your performance depends on? On what factors? How well you are doing your job? On what factors does it depend on? Yes? There are many among them, there are two important factors. You can't forget.
Technical knowledge.
Technical knowledge, technical know-how. Okay. So broadly speaking, your knowledge. Broadly speaking, your technical knowledge, practical knowledge, and theoretical knowledge also will help. Understand? Theoretical knowledge also will help to understand so that knowledge. But not only knowledge, then not only knowledge, huh? Yes, through experience you get knowledge, you get skills. You are going to have right attitude through experience. That is Experience is one of the ways that you can get the knowledge. Through experience you can get, through education you can get. Understand? Like through experiments you can get, by researching you can get the knowledge. There are many ways that you can get the knowledge in activity. Experience is one of the ways. So knowledge plus some more. Huh? Yeah, through training you can get the knowledge. Through training you can get the knowledge. You can get the skills. You can get a proper attitude, right attitude, optimistic views. What else? What are the other factors?
Education.
Huh? Yes, through education you what happens is through education you get knowledge. Through education what you get? So education and degree level, you get the knowledge, required knowledge, you get the skills, especially, so you get the right attitude. Huh?
Ability to complete the task.
Yes, ability to complete the task. Ability to complete the task. So performance depends on one factor is ability. Ability. So ability. So ability is what? Ability is your capability. Ability is your capability. That is your competency. Ability consists of three elements. What are they? It's a composition of three elements. What are they? Ability, capability, competency. What are they? Your knowledge, your skills, and attitudes. Your knowledge, skills, and attitude determine level of ability, or level of capability, or level of competency. That is one of the main factors that determine your level of success. Your success, your performance depends on your ability. Ability is knowledge, skills, and attitude. Then there is one more factor. Ability not plus but ability into, not plus but ability into. One more factor. What is that? Can anybody say? These two factors totally determine your level of performance. I think more than 90%. There are some more factors, but these two factors combined together, determine the level of success. Time is a resource. Time is a resource. Resource also one of the factors. Given that you have time, given that all the resources are available, without resources you can't do anything. No? Understand? So given all the resources are given including time, there are two factors that determine. Time is one of the great resources. You have to have some more factors such as time available, opportunity to perform. If there are no opportunity, you can't perform. Right? You have to have opportunity. If opportunities are not there, how can you perform? If resources are not available, how can you do it? Right? Some of that everything is coming you are required. So on your part, so there are two factors that you can. What are they? One is ability, what is the other? The most important. Just like so, commitment. Let's say that commitment is just like performance. Right? That also one of the output you make. You should be committed. Your commitment depends on these two factors. Whether you are committed or not. Right? Without the other factors, performance is going to be zero because ability into, not plus. So that if this is zero, this is going to be zero. What is the other? What is the other factor? Anybody? It's not a big deal. Anybody? Can you guess? Motivation. That is motivation. Ability into motivation. Ability into motivation. Ability into motivation determines your level of performance. Ability is your knowledge, level of knowledge, your level of skills and attitude. Right? You have to have the required knowledge to do the job. You have the required skills and required the what's called attitude. You have to have right attitude, positive attitude, optimistic feel. Right? But ability alone will do nothing if you do not have motivation. What is motivation? Motivation is the willingness to work. Desire to work. We have to have desire to work. Although you can perform a particular task or particular duty, do you do it if you do not have desire to do it? You have to have the feeling of doing it. Right? If you do not feel to do it, you are not doing it. Understand? So that motivation is one of the influential factors. Ability to into motivation. Ability into motivation determines the level of performance. Suppose that your ability is at the highest, you have got the whole required knowledge, skills, and attitude, but your motivation is zero. You don't feel worthy. What is your level of performance? What is your level of performance? Zero. Suppose that you have got the highest motivation, you have got the highest motivation, your ability is zero. You don't have knowledge. Theoretical or practical knowledge, you don't know. You don't have skills. Right? So attitude. So pessimistic attitude, negative attitude. So in short, your ability is zero, but motivation is at highest. What is the level of performance? Again zero. Understand? Right. So that these two factors are very, very important that determine the level of performance. This is the employee job performance. Understand? That through training and development, what we are going to do? Through training and development, what we are going to do is we are going to make some influences. We are going to make some influences to ability and motivation. This wedding can't be done. No? Through T&D, what we are going to do is we are going to make some influence on ability. Understand? Not only ability, we are going to make some influence for motivation. Right? We are going to make some influence on through training and development. We are going to make some influence on ability. We are going to increase the level of knowledge, level of skills, and to make to have a better attitude. Understand? Right. So that increased knowledge, increased skills, so proper attitude will increase performance. Not only that, through training and development, employees are motivated. Don't you think? Right? Employees are motivated because there is an opportunity for the employee because so through training and development, employees should be able to increase their stock of assets. Understand? Knowledge is assets, skills as assets, better attitude, so it is an asset. Right? So training and development is not going to be given. So what if you are going to be given a foreign training? Aren't you happy? Understand? Right. So it is a good opportunity. So that through training and development indirectly, employees' motivation gets increased. But we are not giving training and development just to motivate the employee. Understand? That is a byproduct. Understand? We are giving training in order to increase the competencies, abilities. Right? But at the same time, employees are motivated. Right? In order to motivate employees, there are some other ways than training and development. How about financial incentives? Right? Financial and non-financial, there are many. You need to give training just to increase motivation. But if you give training and development, employees are motivated. Understand? Right. So that we can define the term training and development as a process. Training and development is a process of improving current and future employee performance. It is a process of current and future employee performance. Right? Current performance are increased, expected to increase current performance. Current job performance is job at hand. So future job performance, job of higher rank in time to come. Right? So that process of improving current and future employee performance by increasing employee competencies. Competencies are knowledge, skills, and attitude. Through the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitude. Is that okay? Right. So that it is a process of improving, increasing, enhancing. So current and future job performance of employees. How? By giving the required knowledge and skills and attitude. Employees acquire knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Okay? Is it clear? Right. So this is what I discussed. Through training and development interventions, it is expected to make some influence on ability, capability, competency. All are same. Ability, capability, so competency. That is the summation of knowledge, skills, and attitude. Okay. Right. So this is the definition that we are going to use. So formal definition, training and development is the HRM function. You will manage a function that formally and systematically provides new learning, to increase employee capabilities. To increase employees' capabilities, So employees should be able to increase, enhance, improve employee performance. So employee performance helps to increase business performance. So at the end, business performance should be impact. It should get increased. Okay. So training and development is extract from that formal and systematic. We are talking about formal training and development, but employees will learn things. So by using trial and error method too, but it is very costly, right? It is very costly. So that think about induction, without induction, even so people or employees should be able to learn task, increase responsibility job, but it is very costly. It takes time. Everybody has the ability to learn things by using trial and error method. Understand? But it takes time. But so we are talking about systematic training. Systematic training is intentional, planned, okay, purposeful. So system provide new learning to increase employee capabilities. Okay, through training and development, employees are taught. Employees are taught. Right. So this teaching will help you to develop their knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Okay. Right, so this is the performance formula. The formula we discussed is called performance formula. This formula is applicable to everybody, including you, me, and the others. Okay? Right, then shall we discuss the differences between training and development? What are the differences between training and development? Here we are going to treat these terms as the same. Right? Do not worry. We are going to treat these two terms, training and development, as the same throughout our discussion. But better to understand the differences of training and development. You can understand many similarities, both aimed at increasing performance. Right? So business performance, again, so business performance will increase by increasing employee performance. Aimed at increasing knowledge, skills, attitudes. So both. But there are some differences. What are the differences between training and development? What differences can you observe? Anybody? What is training? What is development? What is training? What is development? Any idea? Yes. Anybody? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody. Right. Nobody. So training is given to non-managerial employees. Understand? All people can be categorized into managerial and non-managerial. Training is given to non-managerial employees. But development is given to managerial employees. Non-managerial employees are trained, managers are developed. That is only there. Okay? Right. So that training is given to non-managerial employees. But development is given to managerial employees. Non-managerial employees are trained. Non-managerial employees are trained. Managerial employees are developed. Managerial employees are developed. That is one of the differences. That is one of the differences. Okay. There are some more. There are some more. What are the others? What are the others? The second difference is that training is given in order to increase percentage of performance. Your fact hand. Training is given in order to increase, enhance, improve percentage of performance of employees. Okay, so if you want to increase the performance of the job at hand, you do training. You give training. Training is provided to increase, enhance, improve percentage of performance. But development is given or made available in order to increase future of performance. Future of performance. If you want to increase the percentage of performance of a particular employee, you give training. Okay? So you give development in order to increase future of performance. That is another difference. Okay? The third difference is that training is a program. Training is a program designed to give required knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Training is a program designed to give knowledge, skills, and attitude. Development is the effect of it. Development is the effect of it. Cause and effect. Training is the cause, development is the effect. Understand? Due to training, development will occur. development is less because of the training. If you give training, so development is lower, right? So those are the three ways that you can differentiate, right? So however, both training and development aim at increasing performance, so that you need not to figure out the difference between these two. You can use these two terms interchangeably. But if you want differentiate, you can differentiate by using one of these three ways. Is that okay? Is that clear? Are you with me? Yes, gentlemen? Is that clear? Are you with me? Okay. Right. Then shall we discuss the necessity for training and development? So these are the differences. Okay. Managers are developed while non-managers are trained. So I have uploaded this lecture material to LMS. Is it there? Right. Why training and development is necessary? Why training and development is necessary? Training and development is necessary because of the gap, negative gap between expected performance and actual performance. If there is a gap, if there is a performance gap, there will be a need for training and development. But exactly we can't exactly say whether there is a real need for training and development merely because there is a gap. So anyhow, training and development needs, T and D needs can be calculated by expected performance minus right, so we can use the other way around. In that case we get negative gap, otherwise just a gap. Actual performance minus expected performance. Expected performance or desired performance. Expected performance, desired performance. Right, so if there is a negative gap, between these two, so there will be a need for training and development. So if there is a gap between actual performance and expected performance, so it is called a performance deficiency or performance discrepancy. Merely because there is a performance deficiency, we can't exactly say whether there is a real need for training and development. Understand? So we are going to find the need for training and development by considering whether there is a gap between expected performance and actual performance. If there is a gap between expected performance and actual performance, so there is a performance gap or performance deficiency or discrepancy. But merely because there is a performance deficiency, we can't exactly say whether there is a real need for training and development. That performance deficiency should be due to the skill deficiency. Understand? That should be due to the skill deficiency. If there is a performance deficiency, because of the skill deficiency, there is a real need for training. Understand? If the performance deficiency is not due to the skill deficiency, but due to some other area, for example, lack of motivation, lack of resources. Understand? So training is not the solution. By using some motivation, giving some motivation, we can increase level of performance. So by giving the required resources, we can increase performance. So definitely, performance deficiency should be due to the skill deficiency if you want to design training program. Understand? So however, it is calculated by considering difference between actual performance, standard performance. Actual performance, standard performance is the expected performance. Understand? Right. So to put it another way, so there should have an imbalance between job demand and employee demand in order to find training and development need. So in this case, understand there is no balance between job demand and person demand. What is job demand? Job demand. So every job has a demand. So what are demand? There are different tasks to be performed, duties to be performed, responsibility, working conditions, etc. That is job demand. So in order to meet job demand, there should have person demand. What is the person demand? The person should have, employee should have the required knowledge, skills, attitudes, so and other qualities. Understand? So there should have match between these two. Person demand should match with the job demand. So if there is an imbalance between these two, so you cannot generate expected performance. So here job demands more than employee demand. So that is called employee deficiency. Employee capability is the employee demand, right? So employee capabilities are less than job demand. So there is no balance between these two. So that employee will not be able to come up with expected performance. Understand? Right. So actual performance are lesser than expected performance. So what you want to do is, in order to get expected performance, you want to balance these two sides. You want to balance these two sides. Employee demand, job demand should be equal to employee demand. You are going to make these two sides balance. In order to balance, you have to put some weight to the right side. You have to put some weight in order to make that. So that weight is training and development. Understand? You are going to give training and development to increase capability so that this side gets more weight. Right? So by doing so, you can make these two sides balance. So this is, now it is imbalance. Right? Training and development, job demand. So there is no balance between these two. There is no balance between employee capability and job demand. So what we are going to do is, we are going to make these two sides balance. How? By giving some weight, putting some weight to right side. Right? So now there is a balance. Right? So that now employee should be able to come up with expected performance. This is what happens in training and development. Understand? Right. So what is the prime purpose of training and development? What is the prime purpose of training and development? We discussed it. Yes, prime purpose. Huh? Yes, improve business performance. Improve business performance. If business performance are not improved, so top management will not allocate funds. Right? So at the end, whatever we do, so align with the achieving business performance. Otherwise, top management will not. The first thing top management wants to know is the benefits to the organization. Right? So they will go through the budget first. Right? They will go through the budget first and they want to have some tangible results. Then only they will do the green light. Otherwise, no. Right? So that whatever training programs we do to train, like increasing business performance. How business performance get increased? By increasing employee performance. How? By increasing employee capabilities through the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitude. Okay, so that the prime purpose of training and development, right? So prime purpose of training and development, or primary purpose of training and development, is to increase organizational performance or business performance by increasing individual performance. So business performance is a function of individual performance. Understand? That's clear? Right. Why training and development is important? What is the significance of training and development? There are many benefits that training and development gives both to the employer and employee. That is why training and development is so important. Okay, tell me, what are the benefits that the organization can reap? What are the benefits to the employer? If employer, the organization training, so employees, there are several benefits that the employer can get. What are the benefits? Yes, efficiency, employees' efficiency can get increased. So what happens if efficiency gets increased? What do you mean by efficiency? Employee efficiency? What is employee efficiency? Efficiency is the ability of the employee to minimize wastage. Right? Employee will be able to minimize wastage. It will make a direct impact on the cost of production. Per unit cost gets decreased, so that total cost gets decreased. So that if total cost gets decreased, service prices means while all factors remain unchanged, profit gets increased. Employer is happy. Right? So it will increase efficiency. Tell me why efficiency gets increased due to training and development. Reason? Why efficiency gets increased? Efficiency is the ability to minimize wastage. Why efficiency gets increased?
they are increasing the ability.
Right. Yes. Yes. So through training and development, employee abilities, capabilities, competence are increased. They get their knowledge increased so that their so what's called skills get increased. They may have proper attitude. So that increased knowledge, increased skills, so proper attitude will so minimize wastage. Understand? So I think if efficiency gets increased, on what it will make an impact? Right? Through increase in efficiency. What is the tangible outcome we get? What will happen to the number of units produced? Number of units produced get increased. Understand? So that is one of the advantages of training and development. Employees consent about it. So the number of units produced get increased. Number of units so produced get increased. That is one of the benefits. Okay. What will happen to the quality of the product? Quality also gets increased. Quality also gets increased. Quantity gets increased. Quality of the product or the service gets increased. If quantity and quality get increased, what will happen to the productivity? What will happen to the productivity? Productivity also gets increased. What is the relationship between productivity and training? What is the relationship between productivity and training, level of training? As you give training and development, what will happen to the productivity? What type of relationship can you observe? Yes? Positive relationship? This is productivity. Productivity. This is training. Training. What type of? Yes, positive. It means that so the productivity training curve so getting increased. So at this stage continuously. No. How then? How? Yes. There is a particular way of increasing. How productivity training curve so change or behave. Yes. As you increase the level of training, what will happen to the curve? Yes, it is increasing continuously at this stage. No, up to a particular point. Up to a particular point, right? So it will increase up to a particular point, then come to a maximum, then so start to fall down. At least, although it does not start fall down, it may remain unchanged. Right? Why? On the other hand, this curve starts with a positive intercept. Why? Yes. This curve may start with a positive intercept. Why? Even at the zero level of training, there will be some so amount of productivity. Understand? As you increase the so training, so your productivity goes up, but there should be a limitation for anything, everything. Understand? Right, so that it may come to a maximum, they start to fall down. So this is common, this is true for any production process. This is true for any production process. So there is a limit for anything, everything. Okay, so this is the maximum level of productivity you can get by using training. If it is given again, so you have to compromise so some others. Then the productivity may start, right? So you have to divert productive time available for production for training and development. Understand? So finally, productivity start to fall down. Okay, so the number of units get increased, quantity gets increased, thereby productivity gets increased. What else? What are the other benefits? What will happen to the wastage due to training and development? Wastage decrease. So what is the shape of the curve? Wastage training curve. If you label wastage on your vertical axis, training on your horizontal axis, you can draw a curve. What is the shape? Yes, what is the shape? So this is the shape of productivity wastage training curve. Right? As you increase the level of training, so wastage goes up very well. Okay, so tell me what will happen to the number of accidents and resultant cost due to training? Number of accidents and resultant cost get reduced, right? So number of accidents and resultant cost get reduced. What will happen to the required level of supervision due to training and development? Yes, supervision also get reduced. So earlier you were required to give so close supervision. The training, so employees get the confidence of doing it, so that no need of having a close supervision. Understand? So what will happen to the motivation of employees? Motivation also get increased, right? So if motivation get increased, what will happen to morale of employees? Morale is a group motivation. So morale also get increased. Okay, so that there are many benefits of training and development to the employer. Employer can bring many benefits. So these are the benefits. Increase the quality of the product, to increase the quantity of the product, to increase the productivity, to reduce wastage, to reduce number of accident and resultant cost, to reduce the degree of supervision, to improve employee motivation and employee morale. So we discussed everything. Right, not only the benefits for the employer, but there are many benefits to the individual employee too. The employer gives training and development to employees. Employees also can get some merits, the advantages, the benefits. What are the benefits individual employees can get? Think about you. If your employer gives some form of training and development, what are the benefits you can get? There are many. So that employees should cooperate with all these things. What are they? Huh? Yes, so you can increase your level of skills, knowledge, skills, have better attitude, so that it is your stock of assets, right? You can increase your stock of assets. Your confidence of doing your job gets increased. Now you are more confident because you are trained. You know you have all the required knowledge to perform. You have the skills. You have better attitude. The way you look at, right? So you have the confidence. Earlier, before training, you did not have the confidence of doing it. Right? You needed close supervision. Now without supervision, you can do it. You are confident of doing it. What else? Your confidence gets increased. Your stock of assets. Your competencies get increased. What else? What are the other advantages you can get? Huh? What are the other? There are many. There are many other advantages. What are the? Think about yourself. Think about yourself. What advantages? What benefits can you get? Some more. What about the chance of getting promotions? What about the possibility of getting promotions with training and development? Don't we have? Yes, it increases the possibility of getting promotions. Understand? So trained employees will be given promotion. So career progression. Understand? Right. So that it increases the possibility of getting promotions. Right. How about the possibility of getting more rewards? Salary increment. Right. So there is a high possibility of getting promotions. So rewards, high rewards. Right. So trained employees will be rewarded so lavishly than others, non-trained. How about the job security? Will it increase or decrease or remain unchanged? It will increase definitely. So organization employees happy to keep trained employees in the organization. Right? If that's a time for laying off, first the people, so employees that will be laid off is non-trained employees. Understand? Right. So likewise there are many. How about chance of getting adjusted to the new technology? Right, so you can get easily adjusted to the new technology. So new technology, with the introduction of new technology, suppose that organization introduce new sophisticated machine. to do particular task or to produce a particular product. So that we have to get adjusted, right? In order to get adjusted, training and development is important. You can do it, but by using trial and error method, but it is very costly, right? It is very risky. Understand? Through training and development, so chance of getting adjusted to get increased. So these are the benefits. New knowledge and new skills. So that is your stock of assets. Higher confidence, higher possibility of getting promotions, higher rewards, then adjustments. So and more job security. Okay, is that clear? Understood? Right. Then shall we discuss? Some of the associate terms? Right. Increase motivation, satisfaction. There are some associate terms with training and development. One is learning. What do you mean by learning? What is learning? Yes. Learning is one of the important concepts associated with training and development. Through training, employees are supposed to learn. What is learning? We are learning from home to home. You have 13 years of school. So through school, so you have learned. So now you are following this DP program. So you are supposed to learn what you are supposed to learn. What is learning? You are supposed to learn from home to home, from birth to death. What is learning? What happens once you learn? What is expected out of learning? Huh? Gaining knowledge. Through learning, you gain knowledge. Right. So with that, what happens? What is expected to happen? Having gained knowledge, what is expected to happen? Huh? Live accordingly. Yes, there is a meaning of what you say, although it's not a perfect answer. What happens to learning? By attending this lecture, you are supposed to learn fundamentals of principles of concepts, process, procedures of training and development. Understand? Right. How can I know that? So you have learned. How can I know that you have learned? Huh? Yes. Yes. Doing in practice. Yes. Understand? If you have learned, your behavior should change. Your behavior should change. The students who enter this lecture hall by 4:30 should not be the students who are going now leaving this hall by 7:30. If same students, same participants are going now, so they have not learned anything. So understand, learning is relatively a permanent change in behavior. It is relatively a permanent change in behavior. Your behavior should change. That behavioral change should be permanent. Understand? Not short-lived. Understand? Right. Suppose that upon the completion of today's session, so your behavior has totally changed. The way you have looked at the training and development is quite changed. Your attitude has to change. Your knowledge has changed. Right? So earlier you did not understand the importance of training. Now you understand how it is. Earlier you did not. So you did not have a positive attitude to training. You thought that it is a still wastage of money. Now you understand. So training your attitudes improve, so improved attitudes make an impact on your performance, right? So attitude change, your skills, right? So that through increase your knowledge, skills, attitude, your behavior get changed. The behavior means the way of thinking and acting, Right? Upon the completion of this session, your behavior gets changed, but once you come, so next week, you may be the same. Right? Have you learned anything? No. Right? So that should be permanent change. Right? If you can believe in what you have not believed due to this training, so you have learned something. If you can perform certain tasks what you could not perform earlier, so you have learned something. But it should be really alone lasting. Understand? Right. So that learning is a permanent change in behavior. Permanent change. Behavior is primary form. So due to knowledge, skills and attitude, it is shaped and reshaped by knowledge, skills and attitude. What happens is especially your knowledge and skills will determine your behavior. Your attitude shape and reshape your behavior. Understand? Attitude shape and reshape our behavior. Normally, so our behavior is formed by knowledge and skills. That for example, now you are behaving in a particular way in this lecture or at this very moment. You are behaving in a particular way. So is this the way, if I have got some street people here, average people here, at this very time, will they behave in the same way you behave? Can I expect? No. If I have got some kindergarten students at this very moment, will they behave in the same way you behave? No. They behave better than you. Right, because why different? We all are same human beings. Average people who are going around the world, we all are same, all are human beings. All are made of flesh and blood. Why is this different? Behavior different. Due to what? Due to? Yes, due to your knowledge, your skills, attitude. That you have more skills in attending lectures at university level. Understand degree level. They don't have. You have a very good attitude towards the lecturer and the program, but they don't have. Understand? Right. So their behavior is different from yours. So normally our behaviors are different because of the knowledge, skills, and attitude to life. Different people behave differently due to those things. Like although we have same level of knowledge, skills, people behave different because the difference in attitudes. Understand? Right. So that learning is a permanent change in behavior. Learning is relatively permanent change in behavior due to the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Okay, is it clear? Learning is a relatively permanent. It should be relatively permanent. It should last long. Right? Different people behave in different ways. Different people behave in different ways. So the speed of learning is reflected by their learning curves. Right? So there are three different types of learning curves. Different people have different learning curves. What do you mean by learning curve? Learning curve shows the level of learning and speed of learning. So with the passage of time, what is the level of learning people learn? Okay. So different people have different learning curves. There are three different types of learning curves. You may fall to one of these learning curves. Negatively accelerated learning curve, positively accelerated learning curve, and skills acquisition learning curve. Skills acquisition or competencies acquisition learning curve. You may fall to one of these curves. So what is your curve? What do you mean by negatively accelerated learning curve? Negatively accelerated learning curve. There will be some students, participants here who are having this type of learning curve. This type of learning curve. Right? So negatively accelerated learning. What is the shape of that negatively accelerated learning curve? So if you denote the level of learning, so on the vertical axis, and so time spent on the horizontal axis, we can draw a curve connecting these two variables. Right? So negatively accelerated learning curve, the shape of that learning curve is this. The shape of negatively accelerated learning curve. This is the shape of negatively accelerated learning curve. Can anybody explain the shape of that curve? How it is explained geometrically? The curve that I have drawn. I have drawn negatively accelerated learning curve. What is the shape? Can anybody explain? What is happening to the speed of learning starting from the origin? As whole, what will happen to the level of learning? Level of learning is increasing. As time passes, so level of learning is increasing. Level of learning is increasing. But at the same rate? At the same rate? No. What is the rate? At time decrease in rate. The level of learning is increasing, but at time decrease in rate. Understand? Right. So there are some students, participants, individuals, trainees who are having this type of learning curve. Learning, level of learning gets increased, but at an decrease in rate. Geometrically speaking, understand the slope of this curve. What is happening to the slope of this curve? Slope of the rate of increasing. The slope of the curve is the rate of increasing, whatever the curve. What is happening to the slope of this curve? Slope is the gradient. What is happening to the gradient starting from the origin? Gradient is decreasing from point to point, right? Understand how this my hand goes? Understand? Right. So that the slope is, you can find the slope easily if you can, so make a tangent to any particular point and so measure the slope. That is the gradient or slope. So gradient or slope is decreasing from point to point starting from the origin. Understand? So that rate of increasing is decreasing. Level of learning is increasing, but rate of increasing is so decreasing. So there are some particles who are having this type of learning curve. So our job is to identify the reasons. Understand, whenever you are going to design a training program, understand there will be participants who are having this type of learning curve. Understand? So it means that at the very first beginning, their level of learning is very high. They are catching up things very quickly. But with the passage of time, their speed is slowing down. So my experience in my university is that there are some undergraduates whose performance are very good in the first term of the first year, second term of the first year, first term of the second year, and so on. But once they come to the third year and fourth year, their performance are not that good. They have got A classes for almost all the subjects, first term of the first year, second term of the first year. But once they come to the third year, fourth year, so their results are not that good when compared to the first year. Right? So they are having this type of learning curve. Why is that? Reason? There should be no reasons. Why? There are not only one reason, there are many reasons. Why? One thing is that the motivation. At the very first beginning, they have high motivation to learn. At the very first beginning, they have high motivation to get the required knowledge skills, so that so their speed is high. But with the passage of time, their motivation is decreasing. Their interest decreasing. That may be one reason. Understand? On the other hand, at the very first beginning of the training program, learning program, the things that are taught is very easy to understand. Materials given are easy. Right? But with the passage of time, so these things are becoming difficult. Understand? Once they come to the third year, fourth year, the things that are taught are somewhat complex, difficult to understand. So that their results are not that good. Right? So that not only one, there will be many reasons. Right? So however, understand there will be some participants who are having this type of learning curve. Then the second one is positively accelerated learning curve. Can anybody suggest the way of drawing that curve? Positively accelerated learning curve. Yes? There are some participants who are having positively accelerated learning curve. What the shape? Shape of the curve? The shape of the curve is like this. Positively accelerated learning curve. Can you explain the curve geometrically? Can you explain the curve geometrically? Graphically? What is happening to the slope of that curve? Starting from the beginning. Yes, the slope of that curve is increasing from point to point, starting from the beginning. That the rate of increase is increasing. Rate of increasing is increasing. As a whole, with the passage of time, level of learning is increasing. As a whole, with the passage of time, so level of learning is increasing. Right? So how? At an increasing rate. So there will be some participants who are having this type of learning curve. In my university, I have observed that there are some students whose performance are not that good in the first year. First term the first year, second term the first year, first term the second year, etc. But once they come to third year, fourth year, they are excellent. Most are excellent. They have got so almost A classes for all the subjects. So that is true. So in your experience, there will be. Right? Yes. There are. So there are some students. So at the first beginning, their performance are not that good. But once they reach the end of the program, their performance are very good. Excellent. Right? Why this type of learning curve? There are several reasons. Once you are going to design a training program, understand there will be some participants, trainees, employees who are having this type of learning curve. At the very first beginning, so their speed of learning is very slow. Understand? Once you proceed, so they are learning, so it's very impressive. Why? What are the reasons? Our job is to identify the reasons. What are the reasons? Huh?
Specialization.
Or specialization with regard to learning. Learning. Right now we are masters of learners. Right, maybe one. Right, so the main reason is that there are many reasons. One of the reasons is that so at the very first beginning, so participants do not have good understanding about the importance of the program or lack motivation. Do not have the interest. Right, do not know the importance of the program. Right, lack of interest, lack of motivation. They do not really understand the benefits of following that program, so that they don't have the feeling of learning. But once time passes, they understand the importance of this thing. Right? They understand the importance of completing the activity with the first class credit part. So their interest goes up. On the other hand, especially when it comes to universities, one of the problems students are facing is the language barrier. So most of the students come to the university by following their A levels in single medium. But once they come to the university, they have to do their program in English medium. So many students are grappling with that problem. So that in their first year, second year, so their results are not good because they do not have good knowledge. But they will adapt it once they come to third year, fourth year. They have mastered the language. So when they come to third year, fourth year, so starting from the first year, they so try to get up with the language. Understand? So likewise, there will be many reasons of having this type of learning curve. However, understand adults have different types of learning curve. Adults have this type of learning curve, positively accelerated or negatively accelerated learning curve. But for many adults, learning curves differs from the others. Right, so adults learning curve is called competencies acquisition learning curve. Competencies acquisition learning curve. So this is the shape of adults learning curve. Skills acquisition learning curve. So what is the shape of this curve? This is common to many, including you and me. Can we explain the shape of that curve? Can we explain? So according to that adults learning curve, so competencies acquisition learning curve, so level of learning increases with the passage of time up to a particular point. Let's say that point is A, right? After the point A, there is no increment, there is no any increase of learning until particular time. So until point B, there is no learning. Or learning increases at a very slow speed. Point A to point B. So again after B, so the level of learning is increasing at a certain speed. So this is the shape of adults learning curve, including you and me and the others. So why this type of learning curve? The notable feature of the curve is the plateau between A and B. During the plateau, so no learning occurs. No learning or no progress in learning. Why is that? Why is that? That is the way of adults learning, especially when it comes to longer term training programs. Why? Learning increases at a particular rate to a particular point. Thereafter, learning increases at a very slow speed, or no learning, almost no learning. Right? So up to a particular point, again learning increases. This is the natural way adults learn. Why is that? Especially why that plateau from A to B. Reason? Can you explain? What are the reasons? Can you guess? Yes?
Distraction.
Huh?
Distraction.
Distractions. Or distractions. Distraction, there are many distractions. So unlike small kids, adults may have many distractions. There will be some family commitments. Sometimes some may decide to get married, right? During that, no so progress of that, right? Some may want to raise children, right? During that, so no progress. Some may start to construct a house and so on, right? So during that period, there will not be. Understand? So that we have to understand that adults do not learn just like small kids learn. So they are reasoning. So they want to so digest what they have learned. They want to digest. Unless small kids, so they will not learn although they are taught. Understand? So if it is 11, they will learn. If it is not 11, they will not. Right? So they want to digest what they have learned. So that in order to digest, they need the time. Understand? So that what is important, what is the importance of knowing this type of learning curve, that adults are having this type of learning curve. Understand, it is very good if you can give a long break during the training program for a long term training. So those days when we were studying in universities, we followed not the semester basis, annual basis. So I don't know whether you are aware. In annual basis, we did not have exams upon the completion of the term or semester. Right? We have complete year to get the exam. Right? So that so programs have been designed by giving a long break in the middle of the program. That is for vacation. Nowadays, students do not have vacation; they have only study leave. 2 weeks study leave. Then so exam, upon the completion of exam, again another semester started. Understand? But those days, when you were studying, when you were in our undergraduate, so we at annual basis, so that at the end of the academic year, we take the exam. So that nearly 12 months. So in between, we were given long break at least 2 months. So during that, we did many things. Right? So if we miss any lectures, we were able to complete it. So we were able to go through textbooks. We could find it, textbooks. So because we had enough time. Now, so students do not have enough time to find the textbook because so they might have been completed within a shorter period of time. 12 weeks or 15 weeks. So students are supposed to learn quickly and they may forget everything quickly. Right. So that annual basis is more effective according to my understanding because I studied in annual basis and I work in annual basis too. Right. I know the difference. Right. So that program has been designed by taking that concept in mind. Right. However, so we have gone with the time. So in order to commercialize education, I think Western countries have introduced semester basis in order to monitor the production. Right, that is so there is no escape for us, so everyone has to adapt to the system. Right, so however, I believe that so when you are going to design a training program, give a break. So during that break, so participants will be able to so do their personal things. So during that so vacation, understand? So that may be highly effective. Right, you may be eagerly waiting to take your test, no? So this is skill acquisition learning curve. So I will briefly discuss learning principles and I will stop for the day. So you can do the other things by yourself because you are eager to take the test too. Started at 6:40. You don't have some wait too. Right. I will briefly explain these learning principles. So there are certain learning principles you have to adopt whenever you are going to design a training program. The more the better. Okay. So one is participation. Participation is a powerful learning technique. So if you can get the involvement of trainees learn best and remember the most. Hands up those who can ride bicycles, push cycles. I believe that everybody can. I also can. Right? When did you learn to ride bicycles? This morning? Yesterday? Last year? 10 years back? No? When you were a small kid? When you were a small kid, you learned to ride bicycle. Right? When did you ride the bicycle for the last? Yesterday? No. Last week? No. Last year? No. 5 years back? No. In my case, 15 years back. So I used the bicycle to go to university when I was in Galle. When professors come to university, right? Not that they do not have vehicles, they have 2-3 vehicles in their garage. But they use bicycle because it is so environment friendly. Okay? Use exercise. In unlike Sri Lankan universities, in Japanese universities, there is a huge big ground for parking bicycles. Right? Very big, huge parking space. Especially for bikes, not vehicles. Right. So tell me. So you have not used to ride the bicycle for more than, let's say, 5 years. You have not used. But if I ask you to ride the bicycle now, can't you do it? Can't you do it? You can. Have you forgotten to ride bicycle? No, you have not. Are you confident? I'm sure that without any mistake you can do it. Right. Okay, that is the truth. But do you remember everything that we studied last week? In our last session? What is the theme? What is the theme to be studied? Right? Selection was the week before that. What is the theme? Huh? Performance evaluation. So do you know everything about performance evaluation? No. Just 1 week passed. You have forgotten many things, but still you remember to ride bicycle. Why is it different? Why is it different? Reason? That means your participation. You did it for yourself. How many times you have fallen down? Right? Nobody did it for you. Understand? Right. So involvement is very, very important. So get the involvement of participants. They learn best and remember the most. These are powerful technique. And repetition. Repetition. Repeat. Allow participants to repeat what they have learned. Allow participants to repeat. So how did you learn Chakkare when you were small? Multiplication table? How did you learn? How did you learn? Did you repeat? How many times did you repeat? 2 times? 10 times? 100? Yes, 100 or sometimes 1000. Right? It is totally acceptable because it is a powerful learning technique. Allow participants to repeat what they have learned. They learn this and remember the most. Understand? Repetition is one of the powerful learning techniques. Once they learn at the classroom, so allow them to practice it again. Right? At university level, we have lectures and tutorials. Everything is done in different ways in the tutorial. So that is repetition. Okay? Then relevance. What is my relevance? What is my relevance? The thing that you are going to teach should be relevant. Relevant to the job and job environment. If it is not relevant, people will not learn. Unlike small kids, so adults may not learn if it is not relevant to the job and job duties. If the thing that I am taught is not relevant to the exam, will you learn? Right? Understand? So then transference. There should have transferability. You should be trainees should be able to transfer what they learn in the classroom to the actual working environment. Right? Otherwise, they may learn. Feedback. This is a very, very important. Understand? So give a feedback. Right? So that is the nature of human beings. Everybody wants to know how well they are studying. Let them know their level of learning. Very important. Okay, so then motivate them. So allow them to understand the level. Practice. Practice is a very good learning technique. Allow participants to practice what they have learned. Okay. So motivation, very important. What is motivation? You have to motivate your trainees in order to learn. Motivation. Motivation is the desire to learn. You have to get the desire to learn. Reinforcement. Reinforcement. Attack some rewards. Attack some rewards with new learning. Let participants learn best. Give some reward. Give a certificate. Like give a recognition. Give a salary increment. Give a promotion. So those are the things that you can give. Okay? Right. Reinforcement. Intensity. Give the training in greater in amount. It penetrates their mind and heart. Give the training in greater in amount. So if you want to train machine operators, there are many ways. One thing is that you can get into a classroom setting like this. You can go and explain how to do it. So level of question is certain. So if not, you can ask them to rally around the actual machine. Then you can so go and explain. You can ask them to feed. You can ask them to touch the machine, like see, right? So the results are quite different, right? So the second is very effective because they can get hands-on experience too. Understand? So that whenever possible, so give the training in BSAA amount. So these are the learning principles. So you will not be able to incorporate all these principles, but the more the better. Understand? Right. With that, so I want to conclude discussing our training and development. So I could not discuss the training cycle, but it's more important you have to do it yourself. Okay. Right. As you have to take the test. So let's have a break. So your test will start at 6:40. 20-minute test. So automatically I can let you know. Right? So you are getting access to it. We have different devices in your phone. Right. However, no cheating at the exam. So I am here. It is not acceptable. It is not professional. You all are going to be professional. Right? Do your best. Do your best and the God will do the rest. I am on the God. Right. Next time I will break then. Right. So basically covers up to selection. Up to selection. Not training and development performance. But final exam covers. Right, online participants, so I am going to wind up today's session because you have midterm test, you have to take an online. Do you hear?
Yes, sir.
Online participants, do you hear?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Hello, online participants, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Right, your test is to be started at 6:40, 20-minute test. You may get 15 questions to be answered within 20 minutes. You have to get the access at 6:40 at Sri Lankan time. Okay? Then it is a 20-minute test. You have to take online. You can use your electronic device to get the access to LMS. Okay, I want to wish you all the best.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Right, now you can have a small break. 20 minutes. Yes, I think that's quite enough. I'm sure that you may agree. So upon the completion of that. Yes, it depends. In case of final exams, 1.5 per mark.
So, 15 questions, right?
Yeah,
So, all are mandatory.
Yes, yes. And this is a multiple choice question. Yeah, MCQ. You have to just pick. In case of written exam structure, so you are getting.
No, the issue is since we are doing in LMS,
Yes.
there are some challenges in internet connectivity and all also.
Yes.
That also should be counted. So let's say the system when it slow down or something.
Yes,
or
I hear now. So
some people having personal internet connectivity because some not giving the Wi-Fi.
So that's so.
Yes.
So you have to do it yourself.
So some people, it depends on the internet speed of the individual who's using that.
No.
So that
Your campus has decided to take it online. So I could have given easily a hard copy to get the test, but your institution wants to do it online.
No, the only concern is the MIS also we had
Right.
online. We had half an hour for 15 questions. All 15 mandatory. The only the challenge is the internet connectivity speed. If something gone wrong during the let's say.
Right, if so I am here, if there is any problem, so you can let me know, I will consider it. Okay, so no worries, so you can justify it. I will consider. Last time even there was one student who did not so get connected. So that problem was solved immediately.
So is it linked with the question bank also? That means every question, for all the students, is it same questions or?
Almost same.
Almost.
Question bank.
Question
Yes.
bank.
Yes.
No,
Yes, so that there is no any discrimination.
no, internet speed slow down, then we will have that disadvantage because one.
You have to. Yes, do not be pessimistic. Be optimistic.
Thank you everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
But anyway, I am here so that you can let me know if you face any problem. So we can solve it. Assistant. Oh. 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 Kau di ini? Adi ini kita usah jual. Boleh. Ya paling tahu sih dia tahu sih. Oh. Udah nih. Hari-hari. Ahmed. Hari-hari. Hari-hari. Abi ini udah ini. Hari. Hari. Is it rejected? No, not yet. Okay? Okay. Right. Anybody with access? get marks? Everybody? Okay? Hands up, those who have got 15 out of 15. Anybody? No. 14? 14? 13? Hands up. One. Oh, two. Why don't you give a big clap to go to the farm? That has been excellent. Right, 12. 12, how many? 1, 2, 2. Right, give what is the name? 11? 11? Only one. There will be many tens. Hands up, looks like 10. Hands up. I won't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will start late, no? But right, 9. 9. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. How about 8? 8? Above average. Hands up, everybody who has got more than 7? More than 7? Everybody, including the more than 7. More than 7, everybody. Right. Okay. Right, good. Right. Right, students, so there is a one question. So where there is a simple spelling mistake, right? So that simple mistake will distort the answer. So that I will consider it 28 marks. I'm going to give you 1 mark for that question for everybody. Okay, you are so lucky. That's my mistake. Okay? Right, so that your marks plus 1 more mark. Understand? Right, that's a very simple spelling mistake. Like I have read. Okay, right, no worries. So difficulty is very less for the final examination. So just yeah, go on 15. Right, I can consider the impact of the final exam. Right, anyway, you have one for Simon. That is your group Simon. Do your best. Okay? So you don't have presentation. You are lucky because I'm just a syllabus doing. Right. However, so your group assignment is evaluated based on the quality. Okay? Like you have to make sure the quality, not the quantity. Right. With that, I am going to conclude our series of sessions. So, I don't know how well I have done it. It's you who can evaluate. Right? Anyhow, so I can genuinely make you understand the big fundamentals of units of management. There are many, but it's an eye opener. So your field is finance or accounting, but every manager units of management understand. You have to learn fundamentals of units of management because you have to deal with people. You have some subordinates. So at least in the future you may get some subordinates. You have to get things done to your subordinates. In order to get things done to subordinates, you should learn the art of everything. Okay? Right, anyway, so I can make sure that I want to say stress that I made a genuine effort to make you understand. You are going to be one of the best judges I have ever met, for example. Right? So finally what I want to let you know is that understand you can become anyone you can think of. You can become anyone you can dream of. Whatever your mind can conceive achieve. So you have achieved many dreams in your life so far. Now you are in a certain standard, you have secured a job, you have collected many academic credentials, you have many key qualities and qualifications. But believe me, so whatever the key qualities and qualifications, academic qualifications, professional qualifications, your other competencies you have acquired, you have not used more than 30% of potentials to come to this particular position. You have used only 30% of potential. You have 87% of untapped potential. You are just like an iceberg, so floating in the sea. In an iceberg, only 13% is visible. 87% is not visible. But that is the strongest part, which is underwater. That is the part where ships go and collide. Even Titanic ships collide with an iceberg. So you are no different. So you are also just like an iceberg. So you have not used more than 13% of potential. So if you are going to get the certain amount of untapped potentials, I am sure that you can become anyone you can think of. You can become anyone you can dream of. Whatever your mind can conceive, you can do. The most important thing is your mind power. So the way you think that you can do it, so can do activate. Very, very important. If you have a strong desire, if you have a burning desire of becoming someone, if you have a strong desire, burning desire of achieving a particular target, I am sure that so you can do it. Right? It's not a matter of knowledge or skills. Understand? So your mental power. Because if you have a strong desire, you can achieve any knowledge. Right? Limits of management. So it will be just a peanut. It's a piece of cake. Right? Not only that, any particular subject. Always remember what Bruce Lee said. Bruce Lee once said that I have no fear of anybody who knows 10,000 kicks, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick for 10,000 times. That is the secret. Through constant practice, you can become you can make anything which is difficult easy. Right? So you can make human resource management so easy. So if you constantly, not only challenge, but you make the most difficult subject that you are following in your program, academic or professional, you can make it the most easiest subject, so through constant practice. Understand the naked truth of this world is that everything is difficult before it is easy. The things which is difficult now become so easy once you are pursuing more high study than this. Once you do a master, so your first degree becomes so easy. When you are a small kid at the age of 5 or 6, you are started schooling at the grade 1. So you could not add two together. You could not add two together. It was difficult. But once you came to grade 2, it became so easy. When you are doing your grade 5 scholarships, you thought that that is the most difficult exam in the world. Once you pass or fail the exam, so you understood how to face it. When you are studying grade 6 or 7, some maths were so difficult. You copy from the others. But when you are doing your order, so you leave it in your mind. Right? When you're doing order, you know that order is the most difficult exam in the world. But once you do your A-level, you understand how easy to do a O-level. Anybody can get 9 Understand? That is the way. That is how we think. Now you will think that the degree is difficult, but once you pass the degree, get the qualification and start doing your master's, postgraduate, you may understand how easy to do a first degree. Then you may think that master getting MPN, so right? But once you start PhD, understand doctorate, you may understand how easy to do a master. That is the nature, right? Remember it. So my request is not to wait till it become easy. You have to make it easy today. Understand? Right. With that, I want to conclude my series of sessions. So I don't know how you feel. If you have got anything, so you may say. So if you can decide how will I read it, right? If you have any feedback to this, you can give. Otherwise, you can leave. Have you got anything to tell me? If you want to play me with the time. Yes? Huh? Did you love hearing? I was waiting. So actually, so this is my genuine feedback. I was very happy to attend your class because of the lovely places you have. On the other hand, listen, you are responsible. Unlike other undergraduate classes, normally undergraduates do not respond to it. Understand? So they do not respond. So you respond. When it is right or wrong, you responded here. Right? So it motivates me to conduct the session. Right? I don't like to do passive sessions. I hate. Right? But if I can get a response, not the exact answer. Right? But I need a response. So you do it. Right? I'm sure that there's a long way for you to go ahead. You are so quite mature to also. Right, okay, do your best and go to the rest. Right, then see you. So I don't know whether you will be able to meet once again. So you may see. So we are going here and there. Just say hey, okay. That's what. Okay. So finally, I want to wish you all the best in all endeavors. Right. So try to find the highest rung of your professional career. Right. You think you can. You have to have big dreams. They are to dream big. They are to dream big. So this is one of the secrets of the high success people. So many people who came to this world had dreams, not just a dream, but they were big dreams. So dreaming is very important. By dreaming, you can change your destiny. Fate. Dreams become thoughts, thoughts become words, words become actions, actions determine your habits, habits determine your character determines your destiny, your fate. So that dreaming and destiny, there is a clear relationship. Through dreaming, you can change your destiny. If you cannot change your destiny, what is the use of learning? Understand? You should be able to change your destiny, your fate. You are the creator of your own destiny. Like there are many people who have changed their destiny. So you too. Okay? Fine. Then thank you very much for your patience, cooperation, everything. Thank you. Online participants, we are going to take a picture. So if you want, you can join with us. If you want, you can join with us. Right. Okay, done.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. Now your problem is solved? Yes. Right, no worries, huh? Right. Okay. That's all. It's my pleasure. Okay, it's my pleasure. Right? Thanks a lot. Oh, it's my pleasure. Okay. Do your best. Okay, see you. Do your best. Okay, see you. Look lama. That is the duty of a lecturer. You are so good. You are one of my good students. You did well. Your participation was so good and it encouraged me to do. But last year, I was such a last year, I was going to be like a Ramari. But I come on, you playing? Hindi mata lecture of campus. But ये सब कहने के नहीं वाला की इंटरेस्ट आता है वाला के पूरा फील्ड के चाहिए नहीं enthusiastic. Okay.
Thank you. See you around.
Okay, see you. For online participants, we are going to wind up our series of sessions. So I think you have attempted the midterm test. Have got anything to say? Hello, everybody. Have got anything to say?
Thank you very much for your support and the lecture series. It was great.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your feedback. So of course you are one of your batch is one of my good batches. I have ever met at the Sun campus. So I was very happy to attend your lectures, especially so your physically participated students and you too. You are very responsive. So I was so happy to have met you. So I'm sure that you can go a long way. Believe that you can do something. Right, so understand always you can become anyone you can think of, you can become anyone you can dream of, whatever your mind can conceive, you can achieve. You are just like an iceberg beneath underwater. In an iceberg, there are two parts, one is visible, the other part is not visible. But what is the portion of visible part? So just 13%. Likewise, you have used only 13% of potentials in order to come to this particular position. You have never used 87% of potentials. So if you are going to tap some more untapped potentials, believe me, you can become anyone you can think of. You can become anyone you can dream of. Whatever your mind can conceive, you can achieve. That is what I believe. Right, with that I want to conclude the series of sessions. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your cooperation, collaboration, patience, everything. Okay. Right. See you around.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Do your best and continue to do the rest. Okay. Whatever you do your best.